Why, good morning, you beautiful souls. Welcome to another morning satsang, a little late morning edition. And we're continuing these divine inquiries. Now, on Wednesday, we tapped into the question, who am I? And when we peel back that layer, we come to separate ourselves from the identification of the internal phenomena, the mind, the emotions, the sensations. And today we take that a step further in a sense of, well, what is this presence, this awareness that we know is the me, myself, and I? So go and get your last few wiggles out. Good morning. Thank you for joining. I lovingly invite you to that base of the heart. When you hear the first 3 taps of the bowl, allow yourself to take a nice deep breath in. And as you release that breath, transform it to that powerful and mighty Om. Allow yourself to open the mouth, relax the jaw so that A note can resonate. And as you close the mouth, the U and the M will form naturally. Release the body of breath here. Allow yourself to simply be, to marinate in this ever unfolding now, to lay back within that film, that movie theater of the mind, and simply witness. Pay no attention to the temporary coming and goings, the past, the future. Be here now. Remain in that position of knowing you're already and always doing it. With this final tap of the singing bowl, shift your attention to the sound of that ringing. And as it fades into silence, so too shift your attention towards that stillness, that calm, and that space in between thoughts, the silence. And that timeless question, can the seer be seen? Can the witness be witnessed? When we transcend that identification with the temporary, we innately come back to this, well, what am I? That infinite unfolding window of awareness. It's a question that the mind cannot answer, for it transcends it. Simply put, what we are is the witness to the mind, to the inner and the outer. And it can only be understood and fully known and expressed when we allow it to unfold naturally. As you take deep breaths, release any and all tension from the form. Simply lay witness to the aroma of your beingness itself. For it's the tensions of the temporary that seemingly cover up our shine, our radiant light, our aroma of stillness and calm. And although we can try and attempt to define what we are, we can bring it back to a word called love. Look within your own experience and see where it radiates from. what is observed when we let go of our internal attachments. For our light is always trying and attempting to shine, but it's this fixation on the flesh, on the external world that distracts us, covers it up. For that witness, that pure awareness in which we are, is the truth. And the truth doesn't speak up. It doesn't repeat. It simply is, standing firm and tall in that divine knowing. So drop everything and simply be. Take a deep breath in. When you fill the body up again, take a few more breaths and simply hold comfortably until the body feels the need to release. But it's in these moments, those transition points with the breath, that we can let everything go by sinking deeper and deeper into this sense of awareness. That we can take that river back home to the ocean of love, to the infinite consciousness that all is. Remain as you are and simply feel, witness that radiant light that is shining from you. But know that you are not in which you are observed. You are the observer itself. And that is the beautiful play of this inner looking, is that it's something that unfolds into a new mystery, a new love each and every moment when we allow it a chance to be, to shine. When we point our affection of attention towards our own beingness itself, everything else falls into place and all the dust settles within. Stillness is observed, emptiness, yet a fullness is witnessed. That boundary between self and other seemingly dissolves. Yet it's coming back to that recognition that the only thing that kept it to be was a thought attached and identified with. It's important not to jump from identification to identification, from concept to concept, but to drop all things that you seemingly attach yourself to. So, even in this sense, go beyond that, knowing that you are love, and simply rest in that I amness. The further you sink into that, even that personal identification drops into simply beingness. And that is the dance. That is the effortless play. For life is always inviting us into this moment of surrender, of compassionate acceptance for what is and letting go of what is not. If you don't already, ensure you have a nice smile on your face, for it's these inner lookings that we must fall in love with. There is nothing to ever fear or have tension about, for we're simply coming back into the knowing of what we already are and have been and will always be. And that is the beauty of this experience, that every slice of now provides us an opportunity to come back into ourselves, to fall in love with our pureness again. So allow yourself to marinate in that ocean of love in which all is. Again, take a deep breath, filling the full body up. And when you fill up with all that prana, take a few more breaths in. And allow that energy to flow effortlessly throughout and around as you again bring your focus to the stillness. It's here when we fall in love with that innate and pure beingness, that we unfold like a flower, and just as the springtime blossoms, we can smell the many aspects of this divine love in which we are. The same energy, interconnected, manifesting in a playground of light, frequency, vibration, energy in its purest forms. Going beyond the fleshly identification of this body, which is filled with so much space in between every atom. Know that your consciousness, that sense of self, is that screen in which all of this experience plays upon. So come back home, return inward to the self. Marinate in that amness, that me-ness, that beingness, and come to know that everyone's connected in this ground of being. For all of us stand upon the one, Creator, Source, God, infinite consciousness, universal love, the eternal fire. This essence has many names, but it matters not what we call it, for we can feel it. For all of our beingness rest upon this ground of the infinite. We experience this seesaw of duality in this playground of light. Yet it's all one. So let go of the fleshly attachments, fears, doubts, concerns. And simply rest within yourself. Sink deeper and deeper with each breath. Every exhale releases tension, falsehood, attachment. So that cosmic flower in which you are can forever unfold deeper into this great mystery. But what's holding you back within your own experience? What takes you away from this position, this knowing of infinite love and consciousness? Release those happenings with each breath. Come to recognize that every time we let go, that fire becomes brighter, becomes larger. And notice that the energies observed are not things coming at you, but radiating from you. For you are that divine star. You are light itself. So what happens when you let go of this fleshly identification? What happens when you willingly and lovingly embrace the fact that you are eternal and divine? That everyone around you, that everything around you is that same eternal witness. What arises within this experience when you see nothing outside of yourself, but see yourself in everything else? And it's here we come back to that recognition that the me in this unfoldment and inner looking never changes. It simply comes into a more intimate and deeper knowing. That in our early youth, we become identified and attached to the body. And that me separates itself, becomes individualized. Yet in this infinite unfolding and inner looking, those layers peel away, back into oneness. The me then becomes more than what this body can contain. That essence of the divine truly is that light behind every eye. From the earth to the rays of light to the breeze of the wind, that same essence, that same cosmic energy flows through and around within itself, interconnected always. And it's in that same sense we can drop away the fears and the doubts, the separation of this egoic identification that you are somehow alone in this universe, and we can come back into the harmony that all is of that same divine love. And that you are no different or separate from life, that you are a manifestation of life in the universe itself. That what we are transcends this physicality itself, beyond the dream state and beyond the nothingness, the all-encompassing. In that window of awareness in which we know as self, that I am presence is the doorway back home. The answers have never been outside of us. They've always been innately locked away, tucked away, hidden from us until we are willing and loving enough to come home within. So look within your own experience. What is it that takes you off this throne of knowing? What seemingly removes you from your center? And know that there is nothing wrong with anything or anyone that does. It's simply an opportunity for us to bring our love back within, to bring that light and shine it inwards to these many temporary happenings, to recognize, to liberate, and to unfold into a deeper and more intimate knowing of the self and the selfless. Again, take a deep, deep breath, filling yourself up as much as that love and light. Holding the breath as long as you can comfortably. Marinating in that, knowing that even the air you breathe is that same cosmic love. That this body is a vibration, not a physical prison of flesh. That everything here is ethereal, that everything is that same universal love. And again, seek to question what arises within your experience when you see it as such a dance of energy, fluid like the ocean, opposed to a rigid and dense physicality. Does the body become weightless? Does that dissolution of self arise? Does your sense of meanness expand beyond the body, becoming intimately intertwined with the space around you? It matters not what you experience and see, but lean, sink deeper and deeper beyond the I am and simply into the beingness, that me-ness, that isness. Whatever is observed within your experience, know that it is not something that you had to force. All we need to do is let go and forever flow in this eternal now. The ability to not get in the way of what life is always presenting us. It's here we allow that window of awareness to become that channel for the divine. And life simply flows as it always goes. And we become that beautiful witness to this divine film. Every moment, becoming reborn. So when we rest within our own inner light, life becomes effortless again. So simply rest. Fall in love with yourself again, absent of temporary attachment and identification. And it's here we come to know that this return home is but a false statement, for we never left. It's what we always will be. And this whole experience is intended for us to come into a more expansive knowing and understanding of this. Beautiful divine light. In which all is. When you hear the final tap of the singing bowl, again, we'll take a deep breath together, transmuting that essence into a powerful and mighty Om. As we proclaim that love for the divine in which all is. Release the body of breath. Namaste. I bow to the divine within you. Thank you so much for tapping in. I hope you have an amazing day. And it's that sense of the natural progression and transition. It really is a dropping away. Oh, blessed. Thank you, DMD. It's always good to see a brother. It's that knowing that when we leave the mental identification, that attachment with the temporary phenomena, it's just as everything else flows downstream. We just naturally and innately come back home to the heart. And it's that energy that we all observe radiating from us when we get excited, when there's someone that we really care about, those loving moments. It's just that heart smile. And the beautiful aspect of this is that the more we lean into that and the more we let go, the brighter it gets. And then it's that aha moment that we're always the ones closing that off with our assumptions, with our attachments to them. It's this play of, well, what is it really that's holding me back from just being? That is the trick of the trade here. yes, returning home, but we never left. And that's the effortlessness of what we are, and we experience it all the time. And I think that's the biggest reminder here, is it's the subtleties that is the truth. Those moments when we're in the flow, those effortless happenings of just witnessing, and it's just the juiciest of experiences. We're always having these moments, but they just go right over our head of what they are and what makes them special. And it's when we get out of the way and just allow life to be. And there's nothing more egoic than words, because it's all separation. But the closest thing that we can get to what we are is love, because there's so many variations of that fire of love. But nothing becomes more intimate than that love of this inner looking, because it just dissolves everything else. And then everything is just the business, and everything is one. And then life just gets extra cinematic and just, But with that, I just want to thank you all again for joining. May the fruit of knowledge offer a seed, and in that seed may your love, will, and intuition give life and nourishment, for a tree shall grow, and in its shade may you find peace, and offer peace to all whom ask. Namaste. I bow to the divine. I love you all so much. I guess we'll be tapping in on Wednesday. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll catch in with you later.